Welcome to another edition of Not the Experts. I'm Levi Evans, as joined always by my co-host Titus Majors. He is up and prepping right now. He will be joining us in a second, but we have a lot going on in the sports world, a sports equinox, as many would say. Titus, the big news: Argentina lost to Saudi Arabia this morning. Any thoughts on that?
I saw that. I got on Twitter for the first time today, and I saw Argentina beat Saudi Arabia. Argentina lost Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's a big deal, but I don't remember why. And I remember Lionel Messi exists. I was like, oh.
Yeah. Not just that, but also FIFA, EA Sports, FIFA.
Yes.
They do their World Cup predictions every year,
and
they just run it through the FIFA simulator.
Right.
And so I think they've been perfect on the last like 3 or 4 World Cups, like predicting the winner. And this year's projected winner is Argentina. So it's not looking so good.
It's an early setback to a major come up. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. That might be what it is.
Yeah. They had to shake the rust off. And this is like, it's gonna be, I don't want to say this. It's gonna be bad geography. I feel like it's bad geography.
What?
Is this the home game, Saudi Arabia?
Oh, dude, see, that's a good question.
Is this a home game?
I'm gonna say yes. I want to say pretty much. Like, yeah,
okay,
close enough. Okay.
Yeah, I was wondering, like, am I tripping? Or is this home?
I really do get confused where Dubai and Qatar is.
That's a great point. Because they're not the same place, right? They're not the same place, are they? That's crazy.
I've always considered them pretty much the same place too. Isn't like Dubai in Qatar?
It might be. I feel like it is actually.
See, I just always forget where the UAE is located, but the UAE is always like.
I feel like the UAE is like a Arabic UK, right?
It's the United Arab Emirates.
Yeah, it's like Arab. Oh yeah, Dubai is there.
Yeah, Dubai's there. Where's Qatar?
Oh, that's what we were trying to figure out. Yeah.
Qatar is a country.
Okay. See, I thought the UAE was like actually a collection of countries.
Yeah, I don't think it is.
It just sounds like it should be, right? Like United Arab Emirates, like, it's a bunch of y'all in one group.
Yeah.
But apparently it's not. Yeah, shocking.
So Qatar is dude, what would we say, Saudi Arabia?
Yeah,
dude, Qatar borders Saudi Arabia. So this is how it looks. Like Qatar is actually like this little peninsula.
Mm-hmm.
And then the UAE is right next to it. I don't know if this will focus.
Actually a little bit.
Yeah, it's hard, but like
okay.
I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah. Okay. Sweet.
So yeah. See, like in
education.
Exactly. Because like in school, like I really only learned about like the location of Saudi Arabia, Iran, Iraq. We didn't really pay attention to Yemen and Oman.
Nah, they weren't
in war with us, so so we didn't learn about them.
It wasn't important to the American education system.
Yeah, exactly. Now this is where the real oil is.
Right. For real. But yeah, I saw that. We drew with Wales yesterday.
The final, in the OT minutes,
kick. I listened to the Morally Abhorrent recap, which is a great name, with Witty and Mike Ryan. That's a great ironic title. And they were talking about it. I don't think I learned. Well, I learned stuff, but I was like in and out listening because I didn't really care that much. I cared a little bit. But basically, it was like by the time of the game, I knew you're happy for a draw because the U.S. apparently plays the 4 corners of soccer, where they just boring. They be holding the ball a lot. Oh, yeah. They play ball control style, possession football.
Yeah.
And then it was like, you know what? This draw ain't so bad because Wales might get us in the second half. So we have to get better second half adjustments because Wales did good with the second half adjustments, what I learned yesterday. Wales' man was on the second half adjustments and U.S. didn't have no counter for him.
Well, it sounds like by your analysis of their podcast, I know Mike Ryan was pissed because he wants them to be an attacking squad.
That was Witty. Witty wanted that, right?
To attack.
I thought Witty wanted that, and Mike didn't like it because Witty's all about these points.
Oh, maybe Mike wants the counterattacks then.
Yeah,
that's where you do. Yeah, you play more defense and then you just wait for the run to counterattack. Yeah.
They both seem very worried about this England matchup and like what they're going to do with England because apparently England's like that this year. They're very worried. And Woody was like, just go out there. If you lose 5-0, you lose 5-0. But just go attack. Just go for it. Like, I respect that. Yeah. I definitely respect that. Just go.
I respect that too. And one of the US's best players I just saw too, he didn't even play at all. He didn't get any playing time and he's 100%. So we'll see if he gets to play next go around.
Yeah.
So that concludes our World Cup coverage. I do have a bet on Robert Lewandowski getting some shots on goal for Poland today. So that kicks off.
How'd you manage to bet on that? Who is that person?
All right. So I just know from my FIFA knowledge, Robert Lewandowski is the man. Big Robert Lewandowski fan here, even though I have heard this was back years ago. I don't know how true this report. One of my buddies who's just more in touch with soccer, they're like, yeah, there's like this big rumor like Lewandowski might actually like, be a Nazi or something like that. But he also just kind of looks like one, he's like a big 6'4". He's not blonde, blue eyed, but I understand. I don't know.
He was like, he fits the description of somebody who would be a Nazi supporter.
Exactly. And he's just really good. So maybe just people say like, hey, yeah, that guy's a Nazi or whatever. So.
Yeah. It's possible, but all options are possible.
Yeah.
Hold on.
I got Emoni Bates going over 18.5 points this morning.
I'm cheering for Emoni Bates. I ain't gonna lie. I don't like how it's looking right now. I want him to be good.
What happened with him? Didn't he get kicked out or suspended or something? Where was
he? Didn't go well. He came out of here early, and then it didn't work out at Memphis.
Yeah.
I also don't think Penny Hardaway's a good coach, but that's another story.
Dude, because last year, bro, even though we got killed by Memphis, but that was during our stretch of we just played Gonzaga, Houston. We just beat both those teams. And then we had to go play Memphis at their court and we just got killed. But, bro, they had 3 5-stars last year and didn't do anything with them.
Nothing. Yeah. He's a classic good recruiter, bad coach.
Yeah.
Which means he's a classic. We're going to hire somebody after you and they're going to win the championship with your guys. Yeah. That's what's going to happen. But I get why they hired him because he had ties to the area. He could get the local kids in the area. I get why they hired him.
He didn't go to Memphis, did he?
He didn't, but he grew up there.
Yeah. I knew he did have ties. I just wasn't sure if he went or not.
I don't think he went. Hold on. I don't think he went there. Where did he go to college? I don't remember. That's a great question.
He didn't come out of high school though, did he? He may have gone to Memphis.
I think he went to college. You might be right. He might have went to Memphis actually. I know he's from there.
Penny Hardaway.
Here we go. He went to college. Oh, yeah, he did go to Memphis in college.
Okay.
Wow, we are on it today. This is a super Not the Experts episode.
It really is.
Every second of it.
Well,
we're back.
I'm glad you brought up the line though. Classic good recruiter, not good coach. I want to update my continuing saga and feelings on Nate Oats because I've had this question really started coming up last year. Yeah, it's like, is he more of just a good recruiter and not a good coach?
Does he have an oatmeal sponsorship yet?
Oh, he needs to.
He does.
Or Holland Oats, because we call it Ballin' Oats now.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah, so a little Holland Oats action in there. Do you like Holland Oats? Do you ever listen to Holland Oats?
Yeah, I rock with Holland Oats.
Dude, Holland Oats is like actually fine. Like I just started listening to them in the past year, and I was like, these dudes are actually pretty good.
Crazy fact: I got put on Holland Oats through Gym Class Heroes.
I don't even think I ever listened to Gym Class Heroes.
Gym Class Heroes had a song with Holland Oats like years ago. Mm-hmm. They don't really make music anymore. But Gym Class Heroes had a song Holland Oats. It's a dope song. It's a real deep song. And then Holland Oats there's the Holland Oats do Holland Oats stuff like last 3 minutes of it.
Oh yeah,
this is great. Yeah. Holland Oats is fire though. But I was like, Mom, who's Holland Oats? Like, oh, they're like, oh, cool. I learned Holland Oats do that. Yeah. Salute to Holland Oats.
I just really like that song, Man Eater. She's a man eater.
Yeah. This is dope. Tears for Fears was dope. They had a lot of hits.
Tears for Fears.
Yeah. They made the song Shout. And
oh shit. Okay, that's a good song.
Yeah. And Hello Darkness, my old friend. They made that too.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, they were a very emotional group.
Oh.
Very very, very emotional for the time. But yeah.
Shout out. Yeah, I mean, if their band is called Tears and Fears, then yeah, that's
a
definitely
fact. Yeah, you're right about that. Yeah. Yeah. Tears and Fears does go right to emotion.
You know what would be a great name
for that?
Also Tears and Fears? If Dan Le Batard just had his solo podcast on social issues and he just called it Tears and Fears, because
it would be great. Democracy is falling right around us every day.
Dude, sometimes, I love them, but sometimes like I do just have to turn it off. I'm like, dude, I'm not with this vibe today. Like,
no,
we're not.
I skip a lot of it. Like I skip a good, like sometimes I listen to it, but sometimes I'm like, nah, I can't. Today is not the day. I cannot do it.
Yeah.
I just can't. I listen to Bomani too much. That's the thing. Like, and Bomani would do some of those topics, but also like in a funny and intelligent way at the same time.
Yeah, and I think Bomani's a lot more rational than Le Batard is too.
Oh yeah.
I
mean, he has degrees in economics, which just leads to being a rational, like a logical, like everything I do has to be based in logic type person.
Yeah.
We have economics, multiple economics. He has like 3 economic degrees. So.
Oh, really?
yeah. Bo is legitimately like Bomani's low key way too smart to do sports, but he likes having fun, and I'm happy.
Oh yeah.
So I wouldn't listen to him about anything. Well, I would, but like it'd be harder for me to have found him if he was just doing economic talk. Like I don't care.
I can see Bomani getting older and just deciding to go to the news route.
I thought that was gonna happen before I thought it was gonna happen like very soon because he was getting a lot of CNN gigs during 2020. I said he's gone.
Oh, really?
Then he re-upped like 3 times. I was like, oh, he's back again. That's good.
Nice.
That's good. Game Theory starts in January. It comes back in January, by the way. Just a quick plug. HBO Max.
Shout out to Game Theory. Yeah.
Game Theory it's a great show. It's mad funny. McKay is the producer on that. McKay is executive producer. Adam McKay, he's the executive producer.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Yeah. Also, shout out to Mike Schur. Mike Schur is consistently funny. I don't know how he does it every time.
Yeah, he
really has not missed like once. He has not missed one time.
No, Mike Schur is he's a genius like comedic writer.
Right. Yeah. I guess we can get back into topics now.
I just want to say to wrap that up with the Nate Oats thing. Right now, I'm on.
Oh, that's where we started. How did we get here from Nate Oats? Good
we went from Hall and Oats to.
I'm sorry. I feel like it's my fault.
No. I started it. I was. But so last year I was more leaning towards, okay, this dude may just be a good recruiter and not a good coach, but I'm back on good recruiter and good coach. I think he's finally got the team, like the guys around that makes his system work, which is just spreading the floor out, fast breaks, and a lot of 3-point shooting. We just didn't have the shooters last year, but this year we got shooters. And Brandon Miller is going to be a top 3 pick in the NBA draft.
Top 3.
So
it's gonna be Victor, Scoot, Brandon Miller.
It'd be who?
Victor, Scoot, Brandon Miller.
Who's Scoot?
Scoot Henderson.
Who he play for?
He's on the Ignite team. He's on G League Ignite.
Oh yeah. That's right. That's G League. Yeah. You're yeah.
I'm not mad at it. Not mad at it at all.
I'm
happy.
I'm getting that from like basketball experts too, or college basketball experts. Yeah, they say like he's got great potential of going.
How's it feel to have like a one and done player? How's that feel for you,
dude? Okay, so, I mean, this is right? Our do what?
The new experience. Oh no, it's not because Colin. Yeah, Colin.
And we had like JD Davison, but this is like But this is different because this is a dude who's plug and play. He's like ready. Once he gets to the NBA, he's gonna be ready to go. Yeah. And JD and Colin are both point guards. When this is a 3 guard, a 6'9", 3 guard who can actually like control the game by himself. Yeah, it's a different feeling and it's a great feeling.
That's good. I'm happy. Yeah. Can I be honest? I have a truth to tell. This is a safe space.
Yeah.
I haven't watched one North Carolina game, and I'm supposed to be super excited for this season because we had championship run last year and everybody came back. I ain't watched a single second, bro.
Hey,
I just haven't made it.
Well, we might end up facing y'all this weekend.
Oh, and what invitation are we in? We in the tournament?
I think it's the Phil. So apparently there's both a Phil Night Invitational and a Phil Night Open or something like that. It's all in Portland and it's all on Thanksgiving Day. It's like 6 games.
What's up with him?
Yeah.
Phil Knight just got too much. See, this is when you got too much money. You just have an open and invitational.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's doing the most.
But we play Michigan State. So I don't know if
the classic tournament losers every time.
Yeah. So I don't know if it's going to be winner. I don't know if it's a bracket style or if it's just just invitational
a little quick run. Yeah.
So, but there's the potential there because we're both in the same invitation.
I'm here for that. I'm here for that. Both of us made good tourney runs last year, so I'm here for that.
Oh, we didn't make a good tourney run. We lost in the first round last year.
I think the year before.
The year before we made it to the Sweet 16.
Yeah. That's exciting.
But,
I gotta get on college basketball. There's so much going on right now. It's like between my Eagles being good, NBA being in full swing. Like I just haven't thought about college basketball yet. I haven't gotten in the mindset.
No, I don't blame you. I'm only watching Alabama basketball, which is, I mean, usually in college basketball, I'm only watching Alabama anyways, unless it's just later in the season.
It's too many teams, man. Like too many teams to be figuring out what's going on. Just watch your team and go about your day.
Facts.
Yeah. Speaking of teams, Levi, Lane Kiffin is in the rumor mill again.
Yeah, he is.
He allegedly took a job last night and then he denied it without actually denying it. That wasn't a good denial. I read it. It's not a denial to me.
Yeah, and there's more tweets too, but none of them are denials. And I saw a tweet today from an Ole Miss fan. It says, "I'm in a toxic relationship with Lane Kiffin over the past years. Every time I ask him, is he cheating on me? He just calls me crazy."
That is what Lane does. I guess we should break the situation down to people properly, right?
Yes.
So,
Joe, I think it's John Sokolov.
Yeah. What just happened? I hate when iMessage does that thing where it scrolls back down when you're trying to read messages.
Oh yeah.
Because I was trying to open up a tweet just to make sure we got it. Yeah, John Sokolov, a reporter for Mississippi Sports for Mississippi, inside Mississippi, basically, tweeted that Lane Kiffin planned to step down as the Ole Miss coach Friday and accept the Auburn head coaching job. Lane, hours later, replied to that with his own fake news, his own news bulletin saying, "Breaking news: John Sokolov of WCB." There's a lot of words. WCBINI News in Starkville, Mississippi, plans to step down as lead anchor and head to WLOX to become their next new lead anchor. Sources say WLOX hasn't offered the job to anyone yet. So, what did I say? Oh, John said WLOX is happening. Story soon. So that's just saying they didn't offer you the job yet. You're not saying you're not taking it.
Yeah, and I mean, to add more context, both Auburn and Ole Miss have denied the reports. What are you going to do right now? If you're Auburn and Ole Miss, because you still got a game. You got your rivalry games. You got the Egg Bowl if you're Ole Miss coming up, and you got the Iron Bowl under Cadillac coming up. I mean, what does that say to them? Before both these games, you're just already telling these two fan bases hey, new coach next year.
Right.
Exactly. So you can't announce it right now, but the flight logs have been tracked, Titus, as they always are.
The flight logs always tell the tale.
Exactly. Lane was in Auburn last week, and I was on some message boards, and it could just be a troll because anybody could really say this, but this guy was on there swearing up and down, guaranteeing Lane's going to be at Auburn next year because Lane has actually already had a meeting with the Auburn players, apparently. And the way he knew that is because his best friend's son plays for Auburn. But I mean, I could say my best friend's son plays for Auburn too, and I know what's going on. So, but we got sources and all. I mean, I could hit up one of my Auburn sources. Right. I got.
Don't just reveal your source's name on air.
I'll bleep that out. I knew after I said it, before you even said that, I was like, why did I just say his name? I was like, I don't know why I said his name either. Bleep out source name. I'm writing that down.
Please. Please remove that. Protection.
I have multiple sources, but anyway.
But the message boards are always like such a mixed bag of someone's telling the truth, someone's lying.
Yeah.
And you never know. You never know. Like sometimes it's very true. It's like, oh, they actually did know something. And sometimes like, nah, they didn't know anything.
Yeah. But
you never know.
What adds more credence, I guess, to John Sokolov is he was the first one to break Auburn hiring their new AD. He broke that weeks before.
So he's plugged in.
Yeah, so he's plugged in.
Yeah. I'm very sure. I feel for certain this happened. I mean, Auburn, like we know Lane Kiffin was not going to be an Ole Miss lifer.
No,
he was absolutely waiting for the bigger job to come up. Now,
and it's been obvious by the way he's taught this year too, like trying to pressure, boosters to give more for NIL and all that. Yeah, so he hasn't been happy.
Yeah. Like, nah, I'm not. I wouldn't be. This would be the least shocking thing is him going to Auburn.
Exactly,
I would not be surprised by that.
And two, dude, like, okay, there is a ton of pressure coaching at Auburn. Who gives Nick Saban the most fits? Auburn. Right. So that's like one good check off the list for what Lane Kiffin's looking for. You got more NIL money in the bank. Boom, another check off Kiffin's checklist. Also, what else? The pressure of like, it's not even you got to win national titles. It's like you just need to stay towards the top of the SEC, and you need to beat Alabama every few years, and
right.
And that's something Lane Kiffin can easily do.
Yeah, they want to feel relevant more than anything. They want to feel like they're in the mix.
Yeah,
at times, for sure. And I think Lane has some leverage there because of the fact that they fire so many coaches at this point, right? It's like, fire another one.
But that's what would make me think. That's kind of what would make me think though, like, because I have been leaning towards Auburn. If I had to predict, I would have leaned towards they'll keep Cadillac. And hey, you know what? They may have not even officially offered them yet, because we always know the litmus test, what gets you to be a head coach or extend your contract at Auburn, beat Alabama. It happened with Gus Malzahn and these other guys. Hey, if Cadillac can pull off the win Saturday, they may just offer him the contract. But that's sort of why I thought they may just stick with Cadillac, because all the turmoil and the turnover. And if you're trying to build like a sustainable culture at Auburn, I feel like Cadillac's a very good building block. When Lane, you have no idea of like, Lane could go the next 10 years being at Auburn, but you really don't know.
I feel like he's been wanting to get to one of these 5-star programs again, 4 or 5-star programs.
I hate calling Auburn a 5-star program.
They're 4-star.
Even though technically, I guess they are.
Wait, NCAA football has 6 stars, right?
I guess they did, yeah.
They're a 4-star. I still call them a 4-star with the potential to be a 5.
Yeah,
I feel like Lane's waiting to get back to one of those type programs. Mm-hmm. I really do, and I think if he, because he would have still been at USC if he wasn't so terrible there. He's never gonna leave USC. He just sucked. So I do think he's gonna. I don't see him leaving Auburn unless the NFL comes calling again. And why in the world would the NFL call Lane Kiffin for anything at any point?
Just ever. Desperation.
Right. That's it. So I see him. Yeah, I think he's going to stay there. I know you don't want him to stay there because you don't want him annoying you for a decade.
No, I don't want it. I don't.
I totally understand that.
Yeah, but I think I don't think that fan base and Lane, I can't see it. I can see it crashing and burning though. That's like my one hope I'm hanging on to.
If he doesn't
crash and burn,
if he doesn't beat Alabama, if he gets embarrassed by Alabama like 2 years in a row, it's gonna get dark.
And I don't think it's not even that. I think Auburn fans will just get pissed if they see. They'll be happy with Auburn putting up 50, 60 points. But if that defense is doing Lane Kiffin defense things like they usually do and are letting up 40,
is the Ole Miss defense bad? I haven't paid attention to much this year. Are they bad?
Who?
The Ole Miss defense is bad this year?
Yeah, they're not good.
Oh, okay.
They improved from last year, but I mean,
but it's still not.
Let up 100 last year, and you're letting up 60 this year.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of 60, I'm sorry. South Carolina. How did South Carolina score 60 points in a football game in college football?
Yeah, so like I think Spencer Rattler had like 8 touchdowns on the season going into that game, and he got like 5 against Tennessee.
I say about my experience Saturday with college football, right? So, yeah, I've been working. I've been working at work and everything. I've been doing long hours. Mm-hmm. My week was thrown off. I thought all of Saturday, I thought it was Friday.
Oh, really?
So like my phone is giving me these college football updates. I'm like, why are they playing on a Friday?
Mm-hmm.
Because at first it was like 1. I'm like, okay, I guess they're playing on Friday. That's cool. I'm like, why is Georgia and why is everyone playing on a Friday? I didn't realize it was Saturday until like I woke up from second nap. I was like, oh, it's Saturday.
Yeah.
That's why everybody's playing college football. Oh, let me look at these scores. What do you mean South Carolina scored 63 points?
Yeah.
It's been incredibly confusing. Zach, can you explain what happened to me?
I didn't watch the game, and I really didn't care to watch. It was just more beautiful that Tennessee had their best season in decades and still finished with the same record as Alabama will if both the teams win. So that's that's also, I think they wore their orange helmets. See, this is why you can't be. This is why Nick Saban doesn't switch up uniforms, bro, because can throw off the vibes. And I don't know.
Alabama really got 2 uniforms. Alabama really got 2 uniforms. They're not adding nothing else,
bro. Exactly, and the whole fan base, including me, back in the 70s, for a few years, Alabama had white helmets with the red number on the side, and we want those back, bro. I mean, think about how clean all white with the white helmets. Yeah, those would be so clean. But yeah, Nick Saban says no.
Of course he does.
Yeah. Of course. And then that one year we got those Nike alternate uniforms. Bro, the difference was the number was houndstooth, but it was like a holographic houndstooth. And so on TV, you couldn't even see it, bro. They just look like the regular uniforms. It was like, that's how much change we're gonna do.
It was so much fun on the college football game, like going through the uniforms, and then you get Alabama like Notre Dame, it's just 2. Like, okay, understood. Tradition. And Penn State didn't have anything else either.
Yeah.
Penn State kept the same was. I feel like Penn State should have did a full rebrand after the whole situation. I ain't gonna lie. I think a full rebrand was in order.
I really do like the classic uniforms, though.
I do too.
The Penn State, the Notre Dame, the Alabama. I
do too, honestly. Yeah. I was upside. Yeah. I was upside. I really do think it's dope.
Yeah.
I think it's nice to just keep some like basic in this field of everybody trying to do different stuff. I think it's nice to keep just some basic level colors.
Yeah.
Bring back the white helmets.
Yeah, bring the white helmets though.
I promise only make one KKK joke.
I didn't even think about that.
I promise only make one.
That's funny. So if Lane does go to Auburn,
yes,
where does Cadillac go from here? Does Cadillac stay parked at Auburn, or should he drive on to better sites?
I think they give Cadillac a nice check to stay at Auburn, like a real nice check to stay and be like, look, we're gonna bring you up, because I think next year probably make him OC, maybe.
Yeah.
They're trying to get about that. OC, and keep him on staff. That's what the Eagles tried to do with Deuce. Well, they ain't trying to do it with Deuce Staley. That's what the Eagles probably should have done with Deuce Staley, because Deuce had been there for a long time, and then they just never really heavily considered him for head coach. That was why he ended up hanging out with going with Dan Campbell, which I fully understood, because like you're stuck, you're not really moving up. I don't blame you. Go, but they did want to keep him. They didn't think he was ready for a head coaching job yet. If they feel like Auburn feels like that, open up the checkbook, man. Open up the checkbook, keep him on staff, tell him, look, we just don't think you're ready yet, but we want you here. You're valuable, because Cadillac's value to Auburn is heavy, right? Like that value is. I think he's the reason Tank went there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like his value is huge at that program, and he's literally a part of Auburn, man.
I do have I have sources on that too as to why Tank went to Auburn, but I won't reveal that. So.
But you know what I'm saying? Like he's clearly good at relations with players. The guys want to play for him. They like him. I think they got to do what they can to keep him on staff for sure.
He's a very good program culture energy guy for sure too.
Yes. Yeah, and that's more important now than ever, especially in NIL era.
Yes,
you got to get guys that guys want to be around.
Yes,
you have to do that. So I think that's dope. Yeah, I think that's what's gonna happen with Cadillac. I don't think they let him walk. They try and keep him.
Well, you know what could happen for Cadillac, and I know this is really just stretching here.
Ooh, I think I got your theory without having it, but I think I got it. I have my own theory that just popped into my head.
Oh, let's see. Because that leads me to something else, Titus.
Talk to me.
Deion Sanders.
Yes. Oh my God. We're on the same page.
Let's go.
Let's get it. That's crazy.
So apparently Coach Prime is in talks with 2 schools, and they're literally 2 schools I would have at the bottom of the list of schools that he would be talking to. And that is Colorado and University of South Florida. I mean, these are they're storied programs. They got some history behind them. They've had success in the past. Do you think this is legit, or do you think this is just leveraging?
Here's the thing, right? Leveraging an HBCU program is not going to work because the funding is not there. And I don't mean that in like a negative way. The funding's not there, bro.
Yeah.
It's just not. And also, I ain't gonna lie, bro. If I'm AD, I'm sitting up in my chair like this. I dare you to go to USF or Colorado.
Yeah.
Deion.
Yeah.
I dare you.
Yeah.
Good job, Deion. Do it. It's like when Les Miles was like considered a good coach. He was always threatening LSU with like going to Kansas. I dare you. Go, Les. Go do it. Like, I'm not worried about you going to Colorado or USF. You're gonna be fired in 3 years.
Yeah.
Because nothing's gonna happen there. Yeah, I'm not tripping off this. I think this is just nonsense.
Yeah. I should have been more when I said leveraging, I actually didn't even mean, because there's nothing to leverage at
right. You mean leveraging to just letting bigger job.
Yeah. Maybe maybe Deion's not getting the calls that he thought he would be getting. So it was like, hey, you could be missing out on me. I might go to Colorado or USF. Because
that's a good point.
I think a lot of people think too, like Deion's not going to leave this early. So maybe that's why some schools aren't seriously considering him. But if he's making it known now that he is, out there talking to other teams or looking, maybe the bigger schools will come call him.
That's a great point, actually. That could be it. Like, I feel like, what if Deion's like, please don't make me take the Georgia Tech job?
Yeah.
Please, someone don't make me take the Georgia Tech job. I just want to not take that job.
Yeah.
They remember Manu Ginobili was starting with the Hornets.
And I forgot all about that, but yeah. Wait, I thought it was Tony Parker.
Tony went to the Hornets. Manu was flirting with them for a minute.
Oh, yeah.
But it was like they offered him such a big contract. He's like, guys, please don't. I don't want to go there. Just please, please match it. I don't really want to do this. Just give me a number that's in the range. That could be what Deion's doing. That's a great point. That could be what he's doing. And I don't think Deion works at Georgia Tech. I don't think anybody works at Georgia Tech. I just don't think that job is like with the standards they have. I don't think you can't just recruit there. I don't think it works for anybody.
But if you're looking for somebody, if you're like the Georgia Tech AD, who I don't know who it is, I think they did get a new. I think he is pretty new though. And if you are wanting to establish a culture change and a program change and make football, more on top of towards the top of the priority list, then Deion's a great person to bring in.
Yeah, for sure.
And he ain't afraid to call people out. So if he wants, and Deion can raise money too. So
that's true.
I think for Deion, it's probably not the best place, but even though he can show, I mean, that's a great, sort of litmus test right there is like, oh, you're able to flip this Georgia Tech football program. You can 100%. Do anything.
That's a big fact. That's a big fact for sure. Yeah, I'm curious to see what happens.
Oh man, I think connection's bad. Okay, now it's back up. Back up. Okay.
Yeah, that's a great point. I do with Deion. I'm gonna be disappointed if he leaves this early, even though I understand it. I'm gonna be a little disappointed because I feel like he got into this talking this. I'm trying to build up HBCU stuff, and if you're trying to do that, probably should stay a little longer. But if you're just kind of, I heard Emoni talk about it, and we mentioned Emoni earlier, but Emoni went to Clark, Atlanta, so he's familiar with HBCU culture. His parents were professors at HBCUs. If you're leaving because of some of the stuff there, you can't get what you want there, understood. But also, it's about the kids are not Deion. Because you got the number one cornerback to go there with you, bro. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
You got him to go there with you on this journey.
He's already got other big commits too.
Yeah. Like I'm gonna feel a slight weight, but I'm not gonna knock it too much because I'm gonna understand it.
Yeah.
But going if you go to I ain't gonna lie, actually I am. If you go to Colorado USF, I'm gonna knock it because what you gotta do there, bro?
I would too. I think that's definitely a good reason to knock it. Yeah.
Yeah. There's no way you thought you were gonna do anything bigger there. The impact is not gonna be great at all. Although everybody's leaving the Pac-12, maybe Colorado can win it. Everybody's leaving, so maybe.
I don't even think Deion likes the cold. Doesn't he hate the cold?
I would imagine he hates the cold. He went to Florida State, played in San Francisco, Atlanta, and Dallas.
Yeah, he wouldn't last in Boulder, bro.
No, absolutely not. He would hate that. He would absolutely hate it.
Now, a specific job Deion could be leveraging for is, according to Charles Barkley on a podcast in the past week, he said he's got his sources, and he said, "Don't be surprised if if a major SEC program fires their coach and goes and gets Deion," and he said it'd be very surprising. And then the guy guessed, "I wouldn't be surprised if Texas A&M balled out Jimbo Fisher now," and then Charles Barkley said no comment. Do you think he may be leveraging for that job?
I mean, it's not a bad job to take.
I mean,
it is a bad job to take. It's a bad job to take. I don't know how Texas A&M reacts to a. Y'all know how they're gonna take a black head coach at Texas A&M, dog. I don't know how they rock with that. I'm scared of the backlash that will come from that place. Knowing how they get down over there, scared of how this gonna go. But also, I'm Jimbo Fisher. You paying me every piece of money. Ain't no buyout. The buyout is gonna be every dime you owe me.
Yep.
I'm getting every cent, every single cent.
The thing is,
I do think Deion's the best way to keep the recruits there. If you fire, if you fire Jimbo, that's the best way to keep the recruits for sure.
Yeah, because I mean, if you're looking at Texas A&M too, the buyout becomes logical when you spent all this money on this recruiting class and you're afraid they're pretty much all just going to transfer. You're going to be losing money either way. That's
facts.
Yeah. And it's
I've been wondering about that with them is how this year is really bad. But I mean, we talked about it earlier. You and me talked about it through text. I'm like, because I asked you straight up, I was like, yo, is anyone going to be really good next year? Because these dudes just too young to be good. Are they going to be a monster next year?
Yeah.
And you were they have to be. That's the only answer. Yeah,
and that's a great possibility. Their main problem is just they need to get a freaking quarterback. All their quarterbacks suck.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's been the main issue.
Right. Jimbo's worked magic with quarterbacks before, but I think that's that time to sail. That ship sail.
Yeah.
That ship sail. Caleb Williams is amazing, by the way. Speaking of quarterbacks that are good, that guy.
Oh yeah, he is.
That guy's ridiculous. Is he not? Was he a sophomore? He got one more year. Because I haven't heard him in draft conversations.
Yeah, he was a sophomore because he was a true freshman last year at Oklahoma. Okay. And he got put in over Spencer Rattler. But Caleb Williams is really good. USC might creep their way into the playoff, which I think I had USC in the playoff on my.
I think you did actually. Yeah, I think. You did.
Just because I mean, you got Caleb Williams, Jordan Addison, Travis Dye, and Lincoln Riley. And in the Pac-12 schedule, you don't need defense. Right. You can just outscore everybody. So, they may creep their way back in, but also won't be surprised if Notre Dame's able to shut that offense down because Notre Dame's been playing a lot better.
Oh, they play this week?
Yeah.
Nice. And I ain't gonna lie, ever since Marcus Freeman became Catholic, things changed.
Yeah.
Man, converted and things changed. I don't know. It might be some validity. Dad, don't listen to this. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you can't have 1 foot in, 1 foot out at Notre Dame, bro.
You can't. You can't. You gotta be fully invested, dog.
Exactly.
You gotta be all in. But I'm glad they turned it around because I'm still adjusting to having a slight rooting interest in Notre Dame.
Mm-hmm.
Black head coach on 5 of them, so I can't just throw one away.
Yeah,
Notre Dame. So I'm adjusting to that. I'm still adjusting, but it's still funny to me. But is Clemson good again?
No.
Okay, I didn't think so.
No.
Hey, how do you feel about DJ Ukulele?
He's not good.
I agree.
Yeah, like I saw, I saw him in that game when he replaced Trevor against Boston College, and he looked good then, but that happens all the time though. Like you'll get this quarterback that next year, but they got to come in and play a game and they'll do really great. And it's like, oh, future's bright. And then they just kind of poop the bed.
He's very college quarterback, which is just, he's good in moments, but he's the pro prospects are very low on that.
Oh yeah. He's better off going. He's a big dude. I think he's like 6'4", 6'5".
Doing the Logan Thomas?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not
something like that.
Speaking of Logan Thomas, I randomly got pissed off during the Washington Eagles game.
Oh, really?
Because Logan Thomas caught a pass. I just got mad. Like,
bro, it's funny because I get mad too because I think, wow, that dude was picked before AJ McCarron at quarterback.
He converted like as soon as he got to the league, though, didn't he?
Do what?
He converted like as soon as he got to the league, though. I thought he made him tight end like as soon as, bro.
Yeah, they were like, yeah, you're tight end. I think they saw him throw like 2 or 3 passes.
Yeah,
like, hey,
you were tight end.
You
were tight end, big dog. It's over for you. Your quarterback days are done. Yeah. And he's carved out a nice long career as a tight end.
Yeah.
Been around for forever.
He has.
I was tweeting. I'm like, I'm old to remember when he was considered, when they were trying to compare him to Cam Newton when he was at Virginia Tech. Remember that?
I thought he was before Cam.
He was after Cam. He was right after Cam, I think.
Right. Oh, he was because he was same draft class as AJ. That's right. Yeah. I do like Logan Thomas. Well, I would always play with Vodtech on NCAA with Logan Thomas. So
Virginia Tech's low-key, one of those low-key, like really good spots to go to play with on NCAA football.
Yeah.
You could always make something work.
Because they always have mobile QBs.
Yes. Mobile QBs always been the way in football games. Always. Yeah. Like that pocket stuff is so boring.
It is. Except for like, to me, it's harder to run as a quarterback in Madden than it is in NCAA.
Oh yeah, Madden don't. You basically got to have the Lamar speed on Madden to run.
Yeah, you do.
Pretty much. Like Madden don't give you any type of leeway with the running at all.
They don't. But more college football though. Well, speaking of Caleb Williams, I think we'll see Caleb Williams in New York. And he might just walk away with a trophy if they can.
I'm glad you brought this up because 2 weeks ago you texted me Bo Nix is a Heisman candidate, and my brain couldn't process it, Levi.
Oh yeah.
My brain refused to accept the fact that Bo Nix, who I watched for 3 years be terrible, was a Heisman possibly winning quarterback. I'm still confused by it.
Yep.
I'm gonna call it. Actually, let me talk about Q. My man Q, who put him on the show a couple weeks ago, talk about the Colts and Jeff Saturday. I was talking to him about Bo Nix, like. He wasn't that bad. I said, no, bro.
He's bad.
He was. Like, he lives in Baltimore, so he don't get to watch all the games.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, nah, bro. I watched a lot of Bo Nix. That dude was terrible. That dude was not a good quarterback. Him being in Heisman talks is just something I would have never predicted.
Nope.
Ever, at no point. But you sent me the numbers, and I couldn't even text back because I was so confused by him.
Yeah.
I had no count. I was like, wow, he's what?
Yep. I think it's the system. I don't think he's getting the invite anymore. But a couple of weeks ago, dude was sitting up there pretty. But I think I have mentioned on this show, and I think I texted you. I mentioned it several times to you, but I texted to you or to the friend group, and I said if North Carolina was more relevant, Drake May would be going home with the Heisman. And Titus, I literally, like 3 days later, I listened to the Barstool College Football Pod when it came out. And the man said exactly what I said. He said, now, North Carolina was a more relevant program in college football. Drake May would win the Heisman. I was like, thank you. Drake May's the man, dude. And like, he's the sole reason as to why North Carolina is sitting at 10-1. And but I think the NCAA and the Heisman House, they will just refuse to let a true freshman win it. So I think that also goes against them too.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I got terrible news while we were discussing this.
Okay.
It's from Bleacher Report. The EA Sports NCAA football has been delayed to 2024.
I saw that last night. Yeah.
A word?
Yeah.
That's trash.
It is trash.
But if the game is going to be good, I'll accept it.
Yeah.
But I was looking forward to that next year. I was really looking forward to getting back in the college coaching carousel.
Yeah.
The coach carousel is the best part. That was my favorite part of the game. Like, where am I going this year? Where am I going?
Yep.
I won 3 titles here. Where's my next, and 2 Heisman winners? Where's my next job?
Yep. I missed that too.
Right. I do want them to bring back paying people illegally. Even though all payments are legal now, I want to bring back the option to pay people illegally. That was great. I want to bring back the option for my program, get my program put on probation. I want that back in the game. I want to risk probation for a championship. I do.
Yeah.
That was good times. It was great moments in college sports games that they need to bring back.
Yeah,
the full experience.
No, I completely agree. I agree.
For sure.
My last college thing is Bill O'Brien going back to the Patriots.
You want that to happen so bad.
It's a fact, bro. I've already told myself it is a fact. It is gonna happen. So my prediction for our OC next year.
Talk to me.
Little coaching rehab, Dan Mullen.
Is that better than Bill O'Brien though?
Yeah, dude. Okay, you don't think Dan Mullen, like, I'm not saying Dan Mullen's a good head coach, but you don't think Dan Mullen's a good offensive coordinator?
I don't. I gotta see it.
You got
Dan. I didn't see it. Dan's quarterback choices was a little weak. It was kind of bad.
Yeah, Dak Prescott though.
After Dak, yeah, it got dark.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He did get Dak, and Dak is way better than I ever thought Dak would be.
Yeah.
I watched all 4 years of Dak and be seriously like, this isn't gonna work. Mm-hmm. This won't work. And I'm like, oh, he's good.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But you know what? It can't be too much worse than Bill O'Brien. So
no, anything's better than Bill.
I'm with you. Yeah. I'm with you.
Yeah. But I mean, that's just an early prediction. That's like one of the main names out there. I don't know who's all going to be available.
How about Jimbo?
We'll see. Heck no, dude. Hell to the no. And you know that's not happening anyways.
Yeah, Jimbo legit. Jimbo is like the one assistant that don't rock with Nick at all. And it's
he said that. Yeah.
I didn't realize that, like, when they be having the assistant coach calls and stuff, Jimbo don't be going. Jimbo, I don't want to talk to y'all. I don't like him. I don't like y'all. Like, I don't like him. It's very interesting. Very, very interesting. We pivoting to some NFL now.
Yeah, Zack Wilson.
Yo, why did he say that in public?
You want to hear my theory?
Yes, I do.
Here's my twist. Zack Wilson's got so much dog in him. Dogs don't know how to take accountability for anything. Dogs never know when they do something right or wrong.
That's an amazing point. That is great.
Yeah, you just got to smear his nose into the poop, and hopefully he'll put 2 and 2 together. But I don't think he will. No.
I was talking to my man Kazadi. Shout out to my man Kazadi, Fat Scat Podcast, my guy. I was texting him Sunday, right? Let me read you the message he sent me based on this. Gosh, who have I text? When the last time I text? Where is he at in my text? I hate when I lose people in my odd messages. I'm sorry. I don't feel like I texted them, y'all. Oh, there it is. He texted me. He said, I fell asleep after the Jets game and just woke up, so I'm thinking it was a dream. ... Nope. Zack Wilson really bleep. That's the exact text. And I was like, yo, he really said he didn't let the defense down. He said he really might be insane.
Yeah.
Nah, Zach, I like your take. I think your take is the best. He's got too much dog in him.
Yeah.
And dogs can't take accountability.
And my mind went to when him and his girl had their debacle, and she was like, how could you do this to me? How could you cheat on me? Why did you do this? And he's just like, I don't know what you were talking about. And he's like, how is this my fault?
If it's the personality, for sure. If it's personality. I was thinking the other day, is he ruining this for any other BYU quarterbacks ever? Like, it's done, right? Like, we're not doing this anymore.
No, because dude, we've been doing BYU quarterbacks since like the 80s, haven't we?
Fair point. It just be a gap, but they do come back.
Yeah.
They find one. Yeah. They find one. But yeah, Man, it's bad. It's really bad at the Jets. It's so dark, and I don't know what.
Because it's
really, you know what? I don't even want to fully blame Zach, although I do think part of it is on him. They have not produced a good quarterback since we've been alive, Levi.
You're gonna really disrespect Mark Sanchez like that?
I am gonna disrespect Mark Sanchez, the Sanchez like that.
I am with Stugotz though. I do like Chad Pennington. I like Chad
That's
Pennington
a good point.
Back in the day.
Chad is a good point. That's the last one though. That's like it.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, they had Gino.
They see, and that almost ruined him.
Yeah.
He had to go ride a bitch for so many years.
Mm-hmm.
Quick, funny point. Dominique Foxworth said he knew Gino had to be good because ain't no way to let black quarterbacks on that many bitches for that long before they played. Ain't no way to let him be a journeyman backup. I was like, yo, progress. We get journeyman.
I guess, yeah.
We get journeyman.
I would make that argument for like Tyrod Taylor too.
Yeah, Tyrod's definitely progress. Tyrod is progress. He's progress.
And
Jacoby Brissett is progress.
Who?
Jacoby Brissett, he's progress.
Him and Josh Johnson. Is that his name? Josh Johnson? Am I thinking right? He like bounced between
I forgot XFL. He did go around. He did bounce around. He did. You're right.
I think he's been like playing for like 15 years or something like that.
Yeah, but yeah, progress is in effect now, and I love to see it. I truly do.
Yeah, Josh Johnson. Yeah. He's with the Broncos.
He's still on a team right now, for real.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, they might need to put him in over us.
They might need to.
Do you see that thing Nick Wright put out that said that's 18 points? They would be 9-1.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah, that Denver defense is just being wasted.
It's so bad, bro. It's so bad. Speaking of teams doing nonsense stats, you ready for this?
Wait.
Go ahead.
Okay, before you say that stat,
yes.
I'll just throw in, speaking of Denver Broncos, too, Melvin Gordon has fumbled his last ball with the Denver Broncos.
One could say he fumbled the bag.
Yeah, he fumbled the bag. They cut him. Melvin Gordon and his fumbling problems. Yeah. They finally cut him.
Yeah, I don't blame him. I feel bad because I have a heart for Wisconsin running backs because I just feel like they're all great. But yeah, you
gotta hold on to the ball, man.
You do.
Yeah.
You ready for this ridiculous stat?
Yeah.
I got this from NFL Reddit. The San Francisco 49ers have outscored their division rivals 120-40 this season over the course of 4 games.
Wow. Read that to me again.
I got you. Hold on. Let me pull it back up. The San Francisco 49ers have outscored their division rivals 120-40 this season over the course of 4 games.
That's crazy.
Right? Like, that is a ridiculous stat. And Levi, they terrify me in the playoffs.
Bro, I was thinking about you last night, man.
They are everything we can't stop. Everything we can't stop.
And Christian McCaffrey looks good, too. Like, I wasn't sure how he was going to look, but, I mean, he looks good.
That boy is rejuvenated.
Yeah.
I don't like it. They terrify me in the playoffs, bro, because Jordan Davis is out and we literally cannot stop a single running back. And we limited John Taylor eventually, but the first drive of that game, I think he had like 65 yards in the first drive or 40 yards in the open drive. It was terrifying. I didn't watch that game, Levi. I just worked a 13-hour shift, bro. I was going. I didn't make it to church because I worked 13-hour shift. So, I woke up, went and got some food, came home. Me and my guy was talking. I look at the play-by-play. I see he's got like 40 joints. John Taylor's like 48 yards. He scored touchdown first drive. I said, bro, I'm not doing this today. I'm not. I refuse. I love myself too much. And I went to sleep. Woke up to Jalen Hurts. Woke up and saw Jalen Hurts doing the Colts mascot dance in his face. I thought it was great. I love when Jalen just stops being humble randomly. Yeah. Jalen got that Steph Curry thing where he's like humble, but also like kind of cocky. Like, I'm gonna taunt you, but I'm gonna be humble about it later, and you're not gonna know whether to be mad at me or appreciate me. I like that. I like that.
I think he does it better than Steph. He's not as cocky as Steph, I wouldn't say.
No, but you know what I like about Steph? I did hear with this part in the JJ Reddit podcast. JJ was like, also people describe you as like, you know, some of your celebrations kind of like a dickhead or whatever. And Steph like, yeah, you got, or somebody said like, you don't got to sugarcoat it. Yeah, that's about right. Yeah, so we call it dickhead. You don't have to sugarcoat it for me. Yes, that's about it. So Steph knows what he's doing, and I like that Steph knows what's going on. I think he knows what's going on.
Yeah,
but yeah, Jalen's got that. Jalen's definitely got that in him.
He knows.
But yeah, I don't know, man. That I was real cocky during the Washington Commanders game.
Mm-hmm.
I know you saw my tweets. I was like,
no, I saw some of them. Yeah.
Like 51 plays, 46-point lead, whatever. Not scary. I'm still not mad we lost that game. I wasn't mad we lost that game. I was mad at the manner in which the game decided we weren't going to win. Like that game went full Madden and we just weren't allowed to win it. It went full like, just nah, you don't get to win today. Like, okay, cool. But then old boy celebrated a trash roughing the passer call like it was a championship. And I've never been angrier until I saw they were playing Dreams and Nightmares in the locker room. You won a regular season game, Commanders. And yes, it's a 2-week-old rant, but you won a regular season game and you play Dreams and Nightmares. You've done nothing. You've accomplished nothing. You're a failure organization. You don't even have good grass on your field. You shut up. You losers. You pathetic franchise. Don't you ever misuse Dreams and Nightmares again. You play Dreams and Nightmares just for winners, big winners, not childish winners of regular season. You play Dreams and Nightmares when you do something. That's not even your city. Play some Wale. Said Wale ain't got no hype music because he ain't hype. Respectfully, I like you, Wale. I'm just saying. I'm sorry. I need to get that out.
That was a good rant. I like that.
That was withheld resentment that just came back.
They hit you where it hurts most. Though,
they did, bro. When I heard Dreams Nightmares was playing, I was like, that's when I got mad. Jimmy got mad. I said, okay, now I'm mad.
Playing the Philly music.
Yeah, now I'm upset. Now I feel away because you misusing Dreams and Nightmares. Dreams and Nightmares has memories. I have Super Bowl memories from Dreams and Nightmares. That was the theme song the whole year. I have Super Bowl memories from that. And you misuse it now. I don't like it.
Yeah. No, but, I understand.
Thank you. I'm sorry. But I do want to know, how do you feel about the Eagles right now? Now you've seen us take a loss, seen us struggle the last 3 weeks with games. How do you feel?
Yeah. Well, I'd actually been meaning to ask you on the podcast if when the Eagles were undefeated, if they were a fraudulent undefeated, because that's been some whispers as the strength of schedule isn't that tough.
True.
I don't know how to feel about y'all, to be honest, dude. I really don't. I do have more confidence in San Francisco.
I think if we play San Francisco in the playoffs, that would be the most terrified I'll be.
Yeah.
Legitimately. I will be terrified to play San Francisco in the playoffs. I don't want to see them. I do believe part of the thing is the NFC is just it's not great right now, right? It's really not. And I think that plays to our advantage because when I look at the Chiefs, not the Bills so much anymore because I just don't know what's up with Josh Allen's elbow. I don't know how much longer they can sustain it. They got a lot of injuries in the secondary too. I don't know just how valid they are.
Yeah.
But I look at the Chiefs and like, the Chiefs can beat us. I do believe the Chiefs can beat us. In the NFC, I really think it's going to be at any given Sunday type. It's going to really depend on the matchups and at any given Sunday type thing. But the only team I'm really afraid of is San Francisco. I don't fear the Vikings like that because I think the Cowboys just showed they're not on that level. Because I do think the Cowboys are a good team. The Cowboys are absolutely a good team. It's just that Mike McCarthy is head coach, which is whatever. I hope he stays forever. Love him. Hope he stays forever. Love that man. But no, man, I do think this team is still a little bit away because I feel like we're still young in some spots. I think Nick Sirianni is still young. I think there's still growth there that needs to be had. But I'm enjoying the ride. Like, I'm not stressed. I'm not upset. I really do hope we get to the playoffs and don't just embarrass ourselves. And I hope we don't play the 49ers. Because I do think this is absolutely a window. I do think there's a shot to make the Super Bowl, but it's going to depend on health. And I don't think we're not deep. I think we're a deep team, right? Losing Dallas Goedert is killing us offensively. Losing Jordan Davis literally stopped our run defense. Like, it literally ruined the entire run defense.
Yeah.
And we play Aaron Jones, Derrick Henry, and Saquon Barkley the next 3 weeks. So, yeah. Saquon Barkley and Daniel Jones. I can't forget Daniel Jones in the running game.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not going to discount that. So, yeah, it's going to be an interesting stretch of the season. but I'm happy about it, Levi.
Yeah.
I didn't want to walk through the season. I don't want to walk through the regular season. I want to feel stressed. I want having a game-winning drive. That was our first 10-point comeback in the fourth quarter since 2010, Levi.
Good Lord.
That's it. That's insane, right? You would think that happened on accident at least once. And that was since 2010. I'm glad we see some adversity. I'm glad we're getting those stripes because the playoffs are coming. And Lord knows we might see Brady. And no matter how bad that Bucks team is,
Brady, you can't count them out.
I can't. And I hate it because I want to.
Yeah.
But nah, I'm happy we're struggling. It's a good struggle. It needs that.
It's growing pains.
Yeah, there are legitimate questions about this team, and I'm not mad at anybody having questions about them, except for Cowboys fans. By the way, I'm sorry. Back to 2 weeks ago. I'm sorry. Back to that first loss.
Go ahead.
I seen a lot of you loser franchises out here celebrating, talking about, this the Eagles team we're supposed to be scared of. Your team got 3 wins. You worry about the draft. That's what you need to focus on. You focus on these prospects. You keep our name out your mouth. Okay.
Any specific teams you're talking about?
Dallas fans was talking a lot. I see some Giants fans showing up. Y'all learning what's up for real. Daniel Jones is your quarterback. Watch your mouth. That's mainly it though. These divisional teams. Y'all shut up.
Yeah, I think Giants are definitely drafting a QB next year.
Yeah, Daniel ain't getting brought back.
No.
Yo, honestly, as good as Saquon Barkley is, I would let both of them go.
Yeah. That's a lot. Yeah, because are you going to pay all that money to him?
Yeah. And if you have a quarterback, do you want to pay your running back that much money? I would reset. I would fully reset. And I think it's the best option for them. You got to get Dayball on board. And you got because I think Dayball's a good enough coach to where you got to be like, look, I got you.
Yeah.
But we're going to reset this thing. Right.
And you can go get guys who are more tailored around his offense too.
Right. You got a full shot at that. I think that's the best bet for them, honestly. I do.
Yeah.
Any standouts in the NFL you want to talk about? Cordell Patterson broke a record, right? He's like on the list now. Like a record.
Yeah. I don't know if it's all-time returns. No, I think it's just kickoff returns.
Yeah.
Yeah, which doesn't happen anymore. You'll get punt returns now, but yeah, my man's got a kickoff return, official kickoff returning leader. Shout out to him.
Ultimate compiler.
Yeah. I don't like that Atlanta is sticking with Marcus Mariota until they're out of the playoff contention. I don't like that.
It's weird, right?
I just want to see Ritter.
Is he not showing anything or something? Like, what's up with that?
Who? Ritter?
Ritter. Yeah. Is he not showing anything in practices or something like that? What's happening? What's going on?
No, I think it's more of Arthur Smith just has a relationship with Marcus Mariota.
I can see that. Has he figured out how to get the ball to Kyle Pitts yet? Has he deciphered that mystery?
No, and Kyle Pitts got injured this last game, so
yes, he did.
Yeah,
running wind sprints.
Yeah.
The Mariota
for nothing. Yeah,
right. The Mariota bag of football is wild, interesting.
Yeah, it is.
I saw clips that Thursday night game. Said this man throw the ball off his back.
Yeah.
Well, being said, is that what happened? What's up with you?
Marcus Mariota is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get.
Jameis Winston and Marcus Mariota were the 2 most coveted draft picks at one point in our lifetime, Levi.
Yeah.
What has happened here?
Do you have any thoughts on Jameis?
Famous Jameis, man.
He said,
he's gonna Jameis it.
Did you see his quote?
No, what'd he say?
It was something like, I'm paraphrasing, but it was something that he said, I lost my job due to injury, and I always learned, or I don't know, I grew up or something like in football, you're not supposed to lose your job to injury. And then he said, it hurts my soul.
Who told him that?
I don't know. But yeah, Andy Dalton has been QB number 1 ever since Jameis got hurt. But Jameis is 100% now. And so Jameis wants back in. And I say put Jameis back in.
It can't be worse than Andy Dalton. It just can't be.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I would definitely put Jameis in over Andy Dalton.
Yeah.
That Dennis Allen thing, not a great decision.
Nope.
Although I do feel like that franchise is in flux just because, I mean, what they really got going on there, besides not having draft picks and being broke.
Yeah.
with salary cap. You know what I'm saying? But
maybe it's a purposeful tank.
But they don't have to pick.
No, they don't have picks. That's right. That's right.
If they want to pick for us, then cool. I'm good with that.
Yeah.
Oh wow, what website? Oh, it's from Fansided. Okay. Never mind. I thought it was like a New Orleans website. Oh, Dennis Allen responded to Jameis's thing. He said he's not getting into those discussions about what Jameis said. Oh, you upset? You frustrated?
He knows he's right.
Right. They play San Francisco Sunday too. You play Andy Dalton versus what's his name? Bosa.
Yeah.
Play Jay Watt versus Nick. But good luck.
Jameis will be back. Yeah, he'll be back.
Yeah. I wish. Right. I wish you the best.
Yeah, he's coming back that game.
Right. Is no one better at doing nothing? Jimmy Garoppolo.
Maybe.
Like Jimmy G understands the assignment to a level that I can't comprehend because he's not completing the assignment, but somehow the assignment gets completed.
Yeah,
it's impressive. It's truly impressive.
It is.
Shout out to Jimmy.
I mean, he had 4 passing touchdowns last night, but
he just see what I'm saying.
But he just gave it to his guys, and they went and did it for him.
Yeah, that's what he does. He understands the assignment.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Trey Lance has to hate watching him play. Like, yo, I can do everything he's doing, y'all. I promise you. Y'all put me in the game. Y'all want me to do actual plays.
Yeah.
Like, actually do explosive stuff. Y'all don't
actually. Kyle's like, hey, man, that's the problem, though. You're doing too much, man. We want you to do less.
I honestly do think Kyle Shanahan has a thing where his quarterbacks, he don't want his quarterbacks doing like, hey, man, you did a crossover there.
Yeah.
Don't do crossovers. Remember Glory Road?
Oh, yeah.
Road,
it's been a long time.
To have fun. And like, let's play our game, coach. And then suddenly dudes out there doing crossovers and dribble moves, and they started winning.
Yeah.
That's Jimmy G. That's Kyle Shanahan with Trey Lance. Like, no, I don't need a crossover, bro.
Yeah. I don't have any other NFL thoughts.
I don't either. Let's look ahead to the schedule this week and see what's going on, Levi. Let's see what games we got. Oh, we got Bills versus Lions. Lions won 3 games in a row. How about that? I was just talking about that. I gotta apologize. I was talking about Dan Campbell being like, hey man, he got 1 win. He's gonna be out of here. Mm-hmm. And now he got 4. Mm-hmm. So I'm happy. I'm happy for Dan Campbell. I can't cheer against Dan Campbell.
When was the last time the Lions won a Thanksgiving game?
That's a great question.
It probably hasn't been that long.
That's a great question. Yeah, let's see. I'm sure that should be. Let's see. That should be simple. I might know it off the top of my head, actually.
And I think Buffalo stayed in Detroit this week.
I mean, they probably couldn't get back home, right?
Yeah, that and 2 short week probably just makes more sense just to stay.
Oh, they're playing Thursday? Oh, they are playing Lions. I just said they were playing Lions Thursday. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I had a slow moment. I had a real moment right there. 2016 was their last win. Beat the Minnesota Vikings 16-13. How about that? I remember one Thanksgiving they blew us out. That was the end. That was the end of the Chip Kelly era. That was the end of that time.
Oh yeah,
they beat the breaks off us on Thanksgiving, boy. Mm-hmm. My family was here. I had family here. It's embarrassing. So much of Chip Kelly era depresses me. Hey, we had a good slate of games Thursday, Levi. Well, 2 good games. We got Bills, Lions, Giants, Cowboys. Patriots, Vikings could be funny.
Patriots, Vikings.
That could be funny.
Yeah.
Hey, how do you feel about Mac Jones now?
I mean, I
don't want to do too much because of the offense coordinators, but
that's also the thing. Like, I don't want to make a judgmental statement.
Yeah.
Because of like they screwed him this year.
Yeah, he feels like he's just the guy right now. Like, just the guy.
Yeah.
He's a dude that plays quarterback, but it's not much standing out because he might be good enough to overcome those coordinators, which is okay. But also, I want to see a little more with the flashes.
Same.
Yeah. Standout games from Sunday. Rams Chiefs is not a standout. The Rams are a 3-win team.
Yeah.
They got
and
one.
They have no picks.
They got one less win than the Lions. That's bad. That's bad.
And they have no picks.
Yeah.
The Rams are pretty much the Lakers.
That's a fact, though. The LA teams is wilding. The teams have nothing. I think it's nice that the Lakers are tanking for the Pelicans to get the number 1 pick, though. I think it's nice.
Titus, you know how I text you a couple of weeks ago? I said, hey, whenever we record, I have a basketball topic or question.
Oh, you did.
To discuss.
You did. Yes.
Titus. Right now, first, I'm going to ask you this. Just judging off of right now where both teams stand, who has won the Lakers and Pelicans trade? Who would you give it to?
I still got to go Lakers because they won the championship.
Yeah, they got a ring, right? So, I think mainly everybody would say that. I would still lean towards Pelicans just because, me being biased, in my book, I'd put an asterisk next to the ring for the Lakers, but it's whatever. It's a real championship. It's whatever. But Titus, if Victor Wembanyama got to the New Orleans Pelicans next year, who wins the Lakers versus Pelicans trade?
It's even because Lord knows everything. If you put Vic and Zion on the court together, dog, I don't know what the rest of us do besides pray. So it's gonna get dark for everybody. Yeah. But I do. They bet on lottery tickets, man. Draft is lottery tickets, and they're having to work out amazingly. Like to perfection, actually. Yeah. Do you think Adam Silver steps in for basketball reasons and doesn't let that happen? Like he doesn't let them do the pick swap? Because the pick swap, like, no, I'm sorry. No.
I could see that happening. mainly more for the Lakers' protection than for New Orleans getting
Yeah.
I
definitely said that.
Because the NBA needs the Lakers to be relevant, I guess, to keep that revenue up. But I mean, to me,
trying to get this giant contract.
Yeah, I just think like New Orleans is the big winner out of all of it because, I mean, I get it. I just get a little perplexed that, I get it. Like the Lakers did win a ring, and no matter what, you can say, hey, they got a ring out of it. That was the goal. But like, you're also the Lakers. I think rings are a little easier to come by. Attracting free agents are easier to come by. I think it's easier to build a good team in LA compared to New Orleans. Like this was pretty much like the only way New Orleans was going to be able to build a team like they have. And I mean, just for actually becoming relevant in the NBA now and actually being a legitimate contender, I think it's like good enough and miraculous enough for that to be a dub for the Pelicans, whether they actually like win the title or not. Them just making playoff runs for years to come and being a relevant powerhouse in the NBA. I think that's a win in itself for New Orleans.
I'm not mad at it, but I do want to say the Lakers were really trash for a long time for LeBron.
That is true too. True too. But I think also their money had been too tied up too with Kobe and then going into LeBron and these other guys that got their money tied up in.
Yeah. The Pelicans, I just want to see it come to fruition. That's all.
Yeah.
I do want to see them do a little more because making the playoffs was great. Last year was great. I want to see a little more happen for them. Levi, I want to talk about Minnesota.
Okay, yeah.
I'm really close to bailing on this ship.
It's
nasty work. Everything about it's disgusting. Rudy Gobert's hands don't work. Like I thought regular season wise, this team would be fine. Because I think Gobert is a floor raiser. That's the right thing. A floor raiser, right? That's the right. Yeah, floor raiser. Yeah, he raises your floor.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, that's the right term.
Yeah.
Bro, they look trash. I think I'm gonna say they still got things to figure out, but like, you don't have that much time. You don't have as much time as you think you have. You got to get it together very, very soon, and it's very untogether, Levi. It's not together. It's not together at all. I got to get on Ant because I don't think Ant is taking the leap they thought he was going to take, which I do think the leap was kind of a ridiculous level leap that they would have had to take to carry this little sorry offense to something. D'Angelo Russell is, I can't wait to get rid of that contract. Lord, this is last year, but good God, man, what's wrong with you? I want to jump off, Levi. Ready to leap, but I'm not going to. I'm going to keep my stock. Still got one Ben Simmons share. Holding on to. The man dropped 15 points the other night off the bench. Pay attention to what's happening. He's getting it together. Man, Ben's coming up. But
he is.
I don't like anything about Minnesota right now.
Yeah.
And one more NBA take. I'm sorry. It's another NBA take. At some point, I'm clapping for emphasis. We're going to talk about Mark Cuban not being a good owner. At some point, we're going to be honest about this situation. Whenever y'all ready to talk about it.
Hold up. Somebody from work's calling me.
All right. Hold on, I'll pause. I forgot what we were talking about before we left.
I forgot too. That was my fault.
It's good.
Mark Cuban.
Yeah. At some point, we'll talk about he's not a good owner. At some point, we're going to have that discussion. We ain't got to have it today, but at some point, that discussion is going to take place. Because I'm just saying, what has he really done with Luka and Dirk? What's he really accomplished?
I mean, they got a ring.
He got that one ring out of Dirk, and then put some garbage teams around him after that. Like, was somebody telling me big free agent signing?
Well, I think maybe we do let him skate. I mean, when we talk about free agency every year, though, we talk about a Dallas as in a non-destination team. So I don't think he can help it that much when it comes to nobody really wants to go to Dallas.
He thinks their destination. He sells like his destination. Nobody ever goes there.
Yeah.
So be tripping. That's why it's tripping me out. It's like you're not that, bro. You're not that at all.
Yeah.
But yeah, at some point we're gonna have that discussion about him. Do you think Utah Jazz keep this up with superstar Lauri, all NBA Lauri Markkanen? Who is this? Who is he? What happened to him?
Yeah, I first found out about Lauri Markkanen when he got that fat contract from Chicago.
Yes.
And I was like, oh, this guy must be legit. And then I didn't see him doing anything to earn that money. And I think like for the past 5 or 6 years, when they had those preseason breakdowns or articles, projections, and they're like, oh, this will be Lauri Markkanen's breakout year. You know, I think he's going 6 years in a row for this being his potential breakout year. Yeah, I mean, maybe I don't know, dude. Like, he's good. Like, he can do everything. He can go get you boards. He can get you points from the outside and the inside. Is he elite? No, probably not. I think he's a really good 4.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very shocking to see him suddenly elevate. Maybe he's had to go somewhere where he felt at home. Utah support might hit different.
Is he from America?
I don't think so.
Where is he? I think he's an international player.
Yeah. But that Utah support might hit different.
It's pretty much like international grounds over there.
He's Finnish. He's from Finland.
I'm pretty sure I said at some point that the Utah Jazz were actually going to be better than everybody thought. That was in my head because of all the pieces they have. Yeah. And you can really just play matchmaker with those. You got so many pieces. It's like just plug and play, see which one works.
Danny Ainge is pissed.
Do what? Yeah,
Danny Ainge is pissed.
Like, what are y'all doing? Something that doesn't work.
Right. I'm doing too much. Relax.
Yeah.
I want to say shout out to the Pistons for winning the tank wars right now. They're trying to take commanding lead on the tank wars.
Oh, yeah.
You saw Cade Cunningham has a stress fracture now, so he might be out for maybe the season.
And he's already been out for the past 2-3 weeks.
Yeah, and Sam Presti would say, sit him.
Yeah,
sit him forever. So
Sam he's playing. He's playing well now though.
Who that?
Jaden
Ivey.
Jaden Ivey. Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna be one of those.
Yeah.
I low-key want them to get Vic because a Cunningham, Ivy, and Vic combo I'm here for all that nonsense.
Yeah.
I'm here for every piece of that nonsense. That's gonna be great. Give me that. It was something else. Do you think the Warriors get it together? Or is it done? Are they finished?
They're
is the
done.
Dynasty over?
They're done.
Yeah.
They're cooked.
I'm leaning with you, bro. And I feel like it's just a year after when I thought it was gonna happen. Because I thought this was gonna happen last year. Feels like I was a year ahead of schedule. It's bad. 1-9 on the road is not easily fixable. It's not.
No, it's not.
And Steph, they lost. When I saw they lost the game with Steph dropping 50 points, I said, "Oh,
they have no depth. They have no shot creators outside of Steph." And I think Draymond punched some of the skill out of Jordan Poole, because Jordan Poole doesn't even look like Jordan Poole this year.
He's been very bad this year.
Yeah, so I don't think it's fixable, bro. And I really don't.
And I think they're running into that problem of trying to contend and develop talent.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's happening because that line is so thin.
The league is just caught up.
Yeah. Yeah, and I just don't think they had the balance. Like I said, they don't have the depth, they don't have the balance. It's just not. At some point, I think you got to go to the young guys a little more. I think there's so much loyalty built up with trying to make Clay, keep Clay around and let Draymond them run things the way they run it. But, man, I don't know. It's not looking good. It's looking good.
It's not.
No. Still a lot of season left, but they're digging themselves into a hole that's going to be hard to come out of.
Yeah.
Very hard to come out of.
Hey, what about the Miami Heat? Well, what's their record? What are they looking at?
7-11.
Are they even in the play-in?
They're a slushy. Now? They're a slushy. They're out the playoffs right now.
Bro, the Heat got absolutely wrecked against the Cavs 2 nights ago. And that was without Jimmy Butler, but still.
113-8. Scoring 87 NBA games is disgusting.
Yeah.
And they lost to the Timberwolves the next night.
Yeah.
They're not. That's not a good team, man. They turned old, bro. They didn't have the youth and the depth. Like you said, they don't have the youth, they don't have the depth, and it's just not.
And these players that they just want to prop up and make Max Strus out to be something that he's not, make Duncan Robinson something that he's not, Caleb Martin something that he's not. Like,
the problem with Duncan Robinson is Duncan Robinson knows he's something that he's not, and that's the whole problem. Yeah. He lacks irrational confidence.
Yeah.
He lacks the irrational confidence needed to be a shooter.
Mm-hmm.
The whole problem. It makes me feel bad for him because I understand that mindset, but also, bro, they're paying you a lot of money to shoot the ball, bro. Just stop. Just get out of your head. It's been 3 years. Get out of your head, bro.
Yeah.
I've letting him the same since the finals when I was reading the Athletic article, and Eric Spoelstra apparently let him shoot the effing ball because he was tired of him.
Yeah.
I think it's been the same since then.
Yeah,
it has not been the same since then.
And shooters shoot, man. Like that's the thing.
That's
You're supposed to. If you're gonna be a shooter, you gotta have a short memory.
Anything else, bro? You just shoot. Like you have, you got to be able to get that done.
Maybe quit podcasting, Duncan, and go shoot some more balls.
For real.
Go get your shots up.
I think my last take is the Celtics. I think they're ready to go back, bro.
To the finals?
The finals. I'm starting to believe. Even though I know the Bucks are behind them without Middleton, that Celtics team is nice.
Mm-hmm.
And Jalen Brown now learned the difference between Hebrew Israelites and fraternity. So like he can do anything now. He can be anything. That guy. I love Jalen. I love me and my man Q have always talked about Jalen because Q is a Celtics fan. So we talked about Jalen. He's like, Jalen really, we both know because we paid attention to the tweet, like Jalen's really Kyrie. He just doesn't talk as much.
Yeah.
And now he's talking more, and it's like, it's coming out, Jalen. We're starting to see.
It's funny, and that even played out last year when they were both fasting at the same time and both playing against each other, and who got all the coverage on who was fasting.
Exactly. Jalen's on the same wavelength, bro. He just hides it better. He just masks it better because people think Jalen's smart because he gives off smart energy, but he might have been.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Q blames Kyrie for ruining Jalen Brown. He blames Kyrie for it. He thinks it's Kyrie's fault. And I'm not mad at that assumption, but
bro, I completely forgot too that Jalen was a part of Donda Sports. Until all this happened, I completely forgot.
I'm on the wavelength. You cannot call a dude smart if he signs to an agency where Antonio Brown is president. You are not smart. You're not. You're not. I don't want to hear anything you have to say about it. Antonio Brown was your president. I don't talk to me, bro. You're not smart. You're not. I respect it, but you're not intelligent. I don't need to listen to you about anything ever. You signed under the man who froze his feet. Like, don't talk to me.
You'll never let him live that down.
I'm not, bro. He had $50 million lined up and he froze his feet. There's $50 million on the line. Like, what's wrong with you, dog? What you mean you froze your feet in the cryo chamber? Ow.
That's funny.
Oh man, that it? We done?
I guess so. I thought there was maybe some more. I
don't know. I read. I didn't have anything else.
Yeah, I don't really have anything else besides. I mean, the Hawks lost to the Cavs last night.
The Cavs are like
both
that,
the same teams.
The Cavs are like that.
Yeah, they are. And the Cavs, well, they recovered from their 5-game skid that they were on.
Yes.
So yeah, we had the same record going in last night. Cavs were able to edge us out. And the John Collins trades rumors are swirling.
They're back on the table.
Yeah, they're back on the table. And as I was watching last night, it's making more sense to me. Like, I've been a big John Collins defender.
You have.
I think he put up like 16, 18 last night, and he's shooting really well from the outside. But John's like, you're not going to get everything from him in one night. He's just going to be really good at one thing one night, and then next night it'll be something different. Like, he can do everything, but he just can't piece it all together.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
I understand what you're saying.
But yeah.
He's averaging 12 points this year. That is disgusting.
Yeah.
I thought he was cooking like early in the year. What happened? They stopped passing the ball?
Sort of. Well, when I was saying he was cooking earlier this year, it was more on defense. Like, he was averaging like a bunch of blocks and steals each game. Fair. But we were without DeAndre Hunter last night, but AJ Griffith stepped in. He's AJ Griffith is good, bro. I don't know how many points he had last night, but I just want to feed
your theory. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Against Toronto, he had 9 points, 11 rebounds, 4 assists. And against Cleveland, he had 16 points, 1 rebound, 2 assists.
Yep.
And 5 fouls, by the way. Let's not forget 5 fouls.
Yeah. And you know, it's ridiculous. I was reading all these articles yesterday, or all these props, predictions, and I saw a few John Collins over on points. And I was like, yeah, but these PRAs are just 20 and a half. Why not get these? And then so I went for the PRA, and I should have just stuck with the points, because he went over the 12 and a half points, but didn't go over on the PRA.
The most annoying thing about like these betting apps is they always know, but it just seems like they shouldn't be right. But then they be right. And it's like,
but last night I also had Franz Wagner over 20 and a half. Guess how many he got? 20. And then and then I had SGA over 31 and a half. He got 30. So
you had one of those nights, huh?
Yeah, I did. Oh, you want to hear the worst beat I had last night?
Please.
Colt McCoy over on 34 and a half pass attempts. My man's got pulled out with 34 attempts, and they put Worley in. Yeah.
No.
Yeah. That's what made me the most mad.
So Kingsbury hates you specifically.
Yeah. I knew it was going to happen too when San Francisco scored that easy touchdown where whatever. Did you see that where George Kittle, that last touchdown?
No, I didn't see it.
Bro, the Cardinals safeties out here making business decisions, bro. Like, they didn't even go tackle him. Like, they literally just gave up.
They was done.
Yeah, exactly. They had the angle on him as he was running up the sideline, and they just stopped.
Oh, here's the question, Levi. This brings us full circle. This brings this podcast full circle. We can end on this.
Okay.
Does Auburn hold out on hiring Lane Kiffin because Cliff Kingsbury gets fired from Arizona?
Ooh, no. I think, I mean, it would go with the dumb decision making they've made over these, past hires. But I think they even know not to touch Cliff Kingsbury.
Yeah. They wouldn't even go that far. That's below them.
Yeah, I think that's below them.
Oh man, that's hilarious. All right, well, I think we're done, Levi. That it?
I think this was a good pod.
This was a very good pod.
Yeah,
I like what happened today. Like everything that happened here. It was. Don't forget to take care of that thing that happened.
Yeah. Circle.
Yeah, please. Please circle that. Protect your man.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I found the play. I knew I would find it. I knew Reddit would have it. Let me see. I want to see this play you talked about.
Oh yeah,
George Kittle. Shout out to Kyle Shanahan bring back the I formation, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Yo, they was like, nah.
Yeah. They were over it. They're like, screw it. It's over.
That's got to get a coach fired, right? It's like they don't even try to tackle for you no more, bro.
Exactly. But I mean,
you think a Dan Campbell defender would do that?
Yeah.
Think a Dan Campbell say who ever behave like that? No.
Oh no, they've been cut the next day. Yeah.
That's right. Right. They didn't try and bite the kneecap, and he's not going for that.
Yeah, but Cliff Kingsbury's done. Yeah, he's cooked.
It's finished.
Yeah.
And no one's happier than Kyler Murray.
Oh yeah.
Kyler got on Call of Duty after the game. Like, I'm so glad he's gonna be gone. I can't wait.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, thank y'all for listening, man. Beautiful pod, beautiful day. Happy Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving's this week. That's right. Yeah. Happy Turkey Day. Enjoy your family. Don't get in that turkey boat with no insurance, with no medical benefits. Got there. Oh, yeah. Got it, Terry. Yeah. No Terry seal in the backyard. Workers' comp is not gonna help you. Yeah, man. Last words, Levi. You got anything?
Ball and Oats.